Service for online signing of documents. World news. Smart LED control system. Electronic auction. Tech control. Domestic vegetal wall. The Kazakhstan news. By business standards, Olzhas Kudakbayev belongs to the business infant category. His own business is only 3 years old. However, during this time, he did what many businessmen do not have time for their entire life. Olzhas launched 8 projects, 6 of which proved to be a failure, and recently announced the start of his 9th project. This is the portal Sign Online, which allows you to sign documents online using an electronic digital signature. Entrepreneurs from small and medium-sized businesses have serious problems in their documentation. This is a segment that we chose. In order to sign the same act of performed work or an invoice or contract, entrepreneurs are forced to print 2 copies of a document, put a seal, sign, pack in an envelope and send. On average, an ordinary Kazakh businessman spends 750 to 1,200 tenge on registration, signing and delivery of 1 document. These costs are especially noticeable for large enterprises with a monthly document circulation of 10,000 copies. We previously had services that cost very much, in the range of 800 to 1,000 tenge, and we could not start these services because the cost associated with the delivery of certificates of work performed amounted to half of the cost of this service, and that's why we simply had to give up these services because of economic benefits. To use this service, you must register, upload a text, audio, or video file, then sign it with the help of an electronic digital signature and send it to the client via BIN, Business Identification Number. Thus, the time of work with legally significant documents is reduced from 3 weeks to 2 minutes. We have 12,000 customers, 12,000 counterparties with which we exchange documents. Not all of them use electronic invoices. We've calculated that for 12,000 companies, we spend 4,800,000 tenge only on postal transfers. Today, you can sign certain types of documents on egov.kz. However, Kazakhstanis are facing difficulties here. The e-government website of the Republic operates on Java technology. Therefore, for its correct operation, it is necessary to install and constantly update the NCA layer program. When you work with this service, you do not need to install anything else. According to the developers, this is one of their main competitive advantages. Another signature of a portal is a possibility of ending one file by several users. For example, the status of a budget request requiring a lot of approvals, as well as information who and when had time to confirm it, can be monitored by all top managers of the company. We make 100 documents for free a year. Then we charge the cost per package. Approximately 1,000 documents will cost 99,000 tenge. That is, 1 document costs 99 tenge. And this is 10 times cheaper than just making papers and sending it via regular mail. The term of storage of documents in the database of this resource is 3 years. In addition, the service automatically performs a backup, the regular creation of backup copies of data. This means that if some form has been lost, it can be easily restored. In the future, they plan to make a small nice bonus for regular customers, send them a copy of the backup on a digital medium. Services for the order of trips of Yandex Taxi and Uber agreed on the creation of a unified corporation. The new company will unite the assets of online platforms in Russia, Azerbaijan, Armenia, Belarus, Georgia, and Kazakhstan. It is planned that 59.3% of the unicorn in the sphere of taxis will belong to Yandex, 36.6% to Uber, the remaining 4.1% to other employees. Yandex Taxi General Director Tigran Khudaverdian will head the company. It is expected that both companies will invest in the joint corporation another $325 million. Billionaire Elon Musk bought the domain x.com from PayPal. It would seem that this news does not deserve special attention. However, the irony is that Musk once was one of the founders of the payment service, from which subsequently he was dismissed by the decision of the board of directors. The estimated value of the transaction is $3 million. Musk himself does not disclose what the purchased domain will be used for. However, according to analysts, x.com may become a new address for its space company SpaceX, or for the Tesla Model X crossover. Initially, this company specialized in buying and selling LED equipment. However, the Kazakhstani market demanded more from them, not only the finished product, but also the corresponding effective and reliable management. So there was a startup, DOD-E, a mobile application that works in conjunction with LED panels. Through the mobile application, you can control the main parameters. This includes turning on, off, and grouping fixtures. The mobile application also has remote access. For example, if you left the office and forgot to turn the light off, you can remotely see where the light is on and accordingly turn it off.
Вы можете удаленно посмотреть, где включен свет и, соответственно, выключить его.
Developers position their product as a new philosophy of electricity consumption. The service allows creating a distributed lighting control network. This means that every employee of the company, having consulted with his colleagues, can individually adjust the intensity of the work of an office light. Through the mobile application, the request is sent to the cloud server. From the cloud server, it already goes to the master controller, which is in the central building. And from there to each lamp, a request is sent to the loop controller, and light is regulated. The functionality of the application allows you to create certain scenarios of the system. For example, you can enable the sunrise-sunset function. Thanks to it, on working days from morning to lunch, the brightness of LED lamps will gradually increase, and towards evening, on the contrary, it will decrease. This effect creates a pleasant and comfortable working microclimate. Another function of the application is called the shake effect. It allows you to control the lights using the movement of your smartphone. For example, if you shake the phone once, the light turns on. If you do it twice, it will turn off. By the way, in addition to software, this company produces its own printed circuit boards. Thus, the share of Kazakhstan content in the products here reaches 90%. In the future, we plan to introduce such a function so that we track each lamp and how much electricity it consumes, so that at the end of the month you can take into account all costs referring to these data, effectively tailor the system to each client. Today, the specialists of this company are engaged in the implementation of a new project, a system of interaction with street lighting. At the heart of our work is the dawn-sunset effect. Depending on traffic density, the platform will increase or decrease the brightness of street lighting. In the scale of the southern metropolis, this is millions of saved budget funds. Electronic auction. Thanks to the program Digital Kazakhstan, this format of state and commercial purchases is becoming more popular in the Republic. Trades are held here online in special virtual venues. One of such sites, e-sauda.kz, has already proved itself among domestic businessmen. Since the launch of the project, we have conducted trading on more than $500 million tenge. We have 3,000 active participants. Every day we add 50 new participants participating in the auction. Over the past month, we have conducted more than 100 auctions.
На последний месяц, допустим, мы провели более 100 аукционов.
This service has several advantages over trades, which are conducted according to the standard scheme. First, thanks to the digital format, the timing of the auctions is significantly shortened, and this in turn saves a lot of money. Secondly, the lack of personal contact with the organizer of tenders ensures transparency and openness of processes, as well as their high level of security and protection from someone else's influence. The functionality for sellers is the creation of an advertisement with a sale method, either an auction or a direct sale, or it is a tender. And for buyers, it's filing an electronic application attaching the necessary documentation to the application. In addition, in the personal account, you can track the history of applications, keep the legal addresses of companies and their bank details. The registration of an advertisement for users on average takes 3 to 5 minutes, while an entrepreneur would spend several days organizing an ordinary auction. Users have a personal account. It is registered with the help of an electronic digital signature. All our users are verified, and the user, when applying, signs it with an electronic digital signature, which gives the application the legal significance. Today, several types of electronic trading are available on this platform, including the English method for increasing the rate and the Dutch for a decrease. At the same time, the commission and guarantee fees are paid through the bank.
на данный момент у нас планируется проведение онлайн-оплат.
At the moment, we plan to conduct online payments with bank cards and also buying things at auction by means of a loan issued by banks.
Вещей на аукционе посредством кредита, выданного банка.
Of course, the system of electronic auctions so far cannot be called ideal. There may also be some loopholes. However, quite a large amount of work is done to eliminate all the deficiencies at the legislative level at the moment. Therefore, trading in the forms that we are accustomed to see will soon go to the past, as they have been uncomfortable and unprofitable for all participants in the process, for both organizers and customers. Startup Dictionary. IPO, in English, literally means an initial public offering of shares on the stock exchange. As a rule, this is the highest stage of the startup evolution. Example of use: went to an IPO, bought a suit and got shaved. Anna Osipova, Director of Marketing and Sales and Investment Company. More than 10 years of experience in marketing and advertising, specialization, advertising, e-commerce, media, IT, high-tech. Review for the startup, Green Tech. Green Tech, vegetable wall made of only Kazakhstani materials. Even in Kazakhstan at the moment, there are a lot of competitors in this direction. I always really like such projects when the question is not in exclusivity, innovation, but the question of style and design. This one is that kind of project that takes into account style and design. The way they do it, the way they beat it will depend very much on how quickly the market reacts to it and people who would want to buy it or not. Because in fact here, as in previous projects, there will always be a question of price. How high will be the quality of materials, then what will it do? Because we perfectly understand that as a result, the buyer will look at the price and will understand whether this product is needed or not, even if it is made in Kazakhstan, and will be very expensive and uncompetitive with analogs from Russia and China. They make a huge amount of green walls, so our product, first of all, should also be attractive for its price. In this case, there is no question about the innovation of technology because it has been done for a long time and has been used for a long time in huge quantities. There are a lot of projects like this, including the Kazakhstan market. Therefore, the start-uppers need, first and foremost, to have good analytics, to see how they can differ from others, because without unique selling propositions, they will simply become another competitor. And even with the USP, they still have to think and make something that will stand out, so that when everyone would see it, they would say, only Kazakhstani manufacturers can do it. In fact, the issue of relevance is the question. First of all, which products are being promoted? If you probably see it on the market, there is not much publicity about the green offices, although some already try to move away from the cold iron lamps, tables to green spaces, some kind of coziness. We do not have such a trend, but nobody prevents the children from creating this trend tomorrow. They must say it's very healthy, these are living plants, it's oxygen and it's an eco-office. Catch this wave and create this wave. Then why not? In fact, you can earn money on design, why not? It can also be exclusive, it can also be special because we understand that those customers who came to that, they want such an office planted with greenery. The question of design can exist. A person can say, I want this kind of wall, and I want a wave. Here the question lies in how they can develop the design, including technology. For example, tomorrow I absolutely do not mind if there is any special lighting, some nice tones. For example, one month we are sitting in the office with blue colors, the next month we decide to change it to green or pink and so on. Here the question is, how can they also connect technology with the product? Then it will be interesting. Recently, the regional state of the Seed Stars competition was held in Astana, and the Clocksetter, a cloud-based service application to monitor work time based on biometric devices, was chosen as the most promising startup in Kazakhstan for its applied solution. The award will allow application developers to represent the Republic at the final stage of the championship, which will be held in Switzerland in April next year. The Cyber Attack Analysis and Investigation Center is the first private service to respond to computer incidents in Kazakhstan. The team members conduct an in-depth analysis of the code of network viruses, participate in hacker rallies, and do computer forensics. For those reasons, they do not advertise their names and surnames, preferring to use nicknames. More about the work of the Sarka and about the service Clockster you will learn in our next program.